Welcome to the Ultimate Wellness Group. Today, our discussion topic is stress. I hear a lot of people talk about the fact that stress causes medical problems. And I have to kindly disagree. Stress does cause some problems in the body, but stress does not cause medical problems. I've seen a lot of people in a lot of stressful situations over many years, and they did not develop medical problems because to combat the stress, they tried to eat better. They tried to do techniques to decrease their stress. They tried to exercise, meditate, do yoga. They tried to do some things which relieve stress. Exercise is a very, very positive factor in balancing the damage that's done with stress. So at first, let's kind of look at what stress is. Stress is usually a psychological response to what is perceived as a threat. So if my light bill is due and rent is due and my boss is telling me about things that I need to handle that have to be done by a certain time, our minds go to a place of actually believing and making the body believe that something bad is going to happen if I don't accomplish these things. There's an organ called the adrenal gland that sits on top of the kidney. The response in the human body to stress, when we actually perceive that there's a threat, is that fight or flight, meaning the body is ready to get itself at a point where it feels that it has to fight for its life. It has to protect its life. That's that stressed out, anxious feeling. So you have substances that we send into the body called cortisol, epinephrine. These put the body in a state where your breathing is deeper so that you can get enough oxygen to keep your brain alert. You send more blood flow to the brain so everything can be on tip-top ability to react and to make whatever type of actions need to happen to protect your life. There are certain parts of the body that receive less blood flow because they're not primary in this fight or flight reality. Now imagine that you really don't have anything that's going to threaten you physically, but mentally, that's the way your body is responding every day. It's like you're walking around and your whole body's tense. It's very tiring. And that's why some of us get so tired when we're stressed out a lot. But I will have to say this, that if the only problem you have is stress and you're eating correctly and you're exercising and you're doing other things like hydrating correctly, your body cannot deteriorate just from stress. The problem that stress caused will be repaired with the right food, will be repaired with the exercise, will be repaired with the right hydration. So you have a balance that keeps you where you need to be. Now, if you are highly stressed and you're eating junk food, you eat chips, you eat a lot of sweet things that help you with your anxiety. You don't take the time to cook your food. You're so stressed out, you don't exercise. You're so stressed out, you're always drinking some type of energy drink or coffee or some soda instead of water. Then yes, you will develop a medical problem, but it wasn't the stress that did it. It was that bad lifestyle that did it. And the stress adds on top of it. Now, to me, some of the most stressed out people that I've ever seen in my life are black people that work in corporate America. And we can go back in time and say that even in slavery, the person that was under the most stress was the slave, not the slave master. But in the situation of today, I have a lot of friends that I went to college with and went to medical school with that work in corporate America, and they know for a fact that racism is alive and well. They don't get to promotions. They sometimes train people, and that person that they train will become their superior. And that person that they trained was white. So I know a lot of black people that working in corporate America that are stressed out 40, 50 years sometimes, 30, 40 years in the industry. But I mean, they're 40 and 50 and sometimes 60 years old and have been dealing with that stress for years and never had a medical problem. So stress doesn't cause medical problems. Stress can cause some wear and tear on your body. But if you develop diabetes because you're not eating correctly and you're not exercising, stress will take those sugars to another level. It will cause that diabetes to be in a worse condition. It will take high blood pressure and make it a lot higher because of the stress. It will take things that are going wrong in the body and will push it out of control and push it to the limits that can cause more organ damage. But by itself alone, stress isn't causing your problems. It leads to the body being more susceptible to diseases. So I hope that you all learned a little something today. I wanted to talk a little bit about stress. I hear a lot of people talking about it. You know, I actually make a statement sometimes. If stress was by itself the cause of disease, then I don't know any black people that wouldn't have major medical problems, because it's definitely on our minds on a daily basis when it comes to police brutality and our workplaces and getting loans and a lot of other factors. So again, I hope today's video you learned something. I hope it gives you some thought-provoking ideas, and we appreciate the fact that you've tuned in to the Ultimate Wellness School.